Okay, the time is now 6:01. I call the January 6th, 2021 Planning Commission meeting to order.
Thank you. Good evening. Before we start the meeting, we'll go through a brief audio introduction for those who have not used a GoToWebinar. As an attendee, this should be the interface that you see. It should give you a couple of options on how to use the audio, either through your computer using your microphone and speakers, or through a telephone using a call-in number and an audio. If you are calling in, it will have your dial-in phone number, an access code, and an audio PIN. You will need to activate the audio PIN in order to speak if called upon during the meeting. If, as attendees, you only see this top interface, you need to click the orange button here with the arrow in order to expand that interface. All attendees' microphones are muted. There are two ways to communicate with the Planning Commission. You can raise your hand by clicking the hand button on the vertical menu bar, or you may type a question into the question panel and pane on the attendee interface. To click your hand button, it is this hand image with a green arrow pointing up. When your hand is raised, the arrow will turn from green to red, and then once staff has called upon you, you can lower your hand by clicking that hand button again. If you're going to ask a question within the questions pane, type your question in there, and staff will be able to read it aloud and direct that question to the appropriate party. And that is all I have for the audio introduction.
Okay, thank you very much. Joni, will you, all right, let's everybody rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Joni, you want to call the roll?
Chairperson Rick, Vice Chairperson Johnson.
Here.
Commissioner Applegate.
Here.
Commissioner Hackett-Larson.
Here.
Commissioner Baum. Commissioner LeBlanc. Commissioner Rainville.
Present.
I have 4 members present.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, moving on to item number 4, public to be heard. Is there anybody in attendance who wishes to discuss any item that is not on tonight's agenda? If you raise your hand, I can call on you, or if you want to type a question, we can direct that question to the correct person. Okay, not seeing any hands raised, and I don't see any questions. I'm not missing anything, am I, Christy?
No, I don't see any either.
Okay, so with no questions, then we move on to item number 5, approval of the minutes. Does any commission member want to make any comments, changes, or make a motion to approve?
This is Commissioner Hackett-Larson. I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from November 4th, 2020.
Commissioner Rainville seconds.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Joni, would you like to take the vote?
Vice Chairperson Johnson, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Applegate, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Hackett-Larson, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Rainville, how do you vote?
Yes.
I have 4 yes, motion carries.
Thank you very much. All right, item number 6, old business. We have no old business. And so we move on to item number 7, new business. A request by Great Southwestern Construction, Inc. on behalf of the City of Fountain for approval of a preliminary site development plan for an electric substation for property generally located southeast of the intersection of Link Road and Mark Shuffle Road in Fountain, Colorado.
Thank you. Good evening. Christy Martinez with the City of Fountain Planning Department. The item before you tonight is for seeking approval of a preliminary site development plan for the City of Fountain's electric substation to be known as the Jimmy Camp Creek Station. The property is generally located southeast of the intersection of CNS Road and Link Road. In the image on the left, it does show the parcel that is owned by the city, and the current zone district is the Planned Industrial Zone District. The property is approximately 3 acres in size and was recently annexed into the city in December of 2020. The City of Fountain Electric Department is looking to construct the electric substation to be known as the Jimmy Camp Creek Station. The project's designed to increase the safety, reliability, and capability of the City of Fountain Electric Department, which will result in more reliable power and greater capacity for the region. A new underground transmission cable has also been installed within CNS Road to connect the North Fountain substation, which is accessed off of Rustique but is visible from the Duckwood Road intersection. The substation will be secured with a 7-foot chain link fence. The image on the left will show an aerial view of what the substation will look like, so if you're looking down upon it. And then the image on the right-hand side would be seeing what the public would view if you were along the roadway or perpendicular to the substation itself. The future comprehensive land use plan recommends single-family residential for this area. Staff is supportive of the deviation of the plan as public utilities are permitted within all zone districts. Staff finds that the preliminary site development plan is consistent with the review criteria outlined within the zoning ordinance in section 172350, and staff would recommend approval tonight of the preliminary site development plan for the construction of the municipal electric substation. Are there any questions for staff?
I don't have any. Is there anybody from the city that wants to expand on this? Or you said we have
We do
somebody
have
here.
Michael Zoner here as the applicant representing the city, and then we also have Randall Burrows in attendance with the electric department if there are any specific questions for the electric department.
Any commissioners with any questions? It doesn't appear we have any questions. I don't have any questions in particular.
Mr. Zollner, would
So,
you like to expand upon anything?
Oh. So I don't really have anything to expand unless anybody has any questions for me. I appreciate you guys taking the time.
Commissioner Rainville has a question.
Commissioner, go ahead.
What will be the expected online date of when the substation will be online and active?
Testing and commissioning for the substation should be substantially complete. Construction should be substantially complete by the 4th of July weekend. And testing and commissioning will go through July 29th. At that point in time, we will be complete with the station, and it'll be handed over to the city for energization. I don't know exactly when the city will energize it, or any perhaps you could fill that part in, or it'd probably be shortly thereafter, August to September, October perhaps.
Okay, thank you.
Any other commissioners with any questions, comments, concerns? Okay, hearing none. Would somebody like to make a motion regarding this request? Looks like we lost Joni. Commissioner Rainville, would you like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the preliminary site development plan for the construction of a municipal electric substation, the Jimmy Camp Creek Substation.
And do we have a second?
I'll second. This is Hackett Larson.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Looks like Joni's back online here. Did you hear all that, the motion, Joni?
I did, thank you.
Okay. Would you like to call the vote?
Vice Chairperson Johnson, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Applegate, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Hackett Larson, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Rainville, how do you vote?
Yes.
I have 4 yes, motion carries.
Okay, thank you very much. And move on to item number 8, correspondence, comments, and ex officio reports. Ms. Martinez.
Thank you. In your packets, it looks like the first page was a additional elevation that went with the site development plan for the electric substation, so you can disregard that. But the next item in your packet was a copy of the approved The Mart condominium plat. That is where the Beckett Event Center and a couple of other multi-tenant buildings and businesses are located. The property owner has decided to condomize the building itself. So a condo plat essentially creates a separate ownership of the airspace within that. You also received a copy of the approved Mesa Ridge Crossing final plat. As you recall, that is the commercial development that's located at the southwest corner of Mesa Ridge Parkway and Syracuse. That's also where there's current earthwork and construction taking place for some commercial development in that area. The last item you received was also an approved copy of the Fountainhead Medical Self-Storage Site Plan, and that's located off of Banley Drive in the former location of the DaVita Dialysis. That's all I have for case reports today.
Okay.
I do also want to welcome back Ms. Gabby Serrano to the City of Fountain Planning staff. She has accepted a position that we were advertising as a planner too. So she is back from her short hiatus elsewhere. So you will be seeing more from her and presentations from her before the Planning Commission in the near future.
Thank you very much. The city engineer and the deputy city clerk, I don't believe are with us today. Any planning commission member have anything they want to bring up? Mr. Rainville,
No, nothing to bring up.
Ms. Hackett Larson,
No, nothing. Thank you.
and Mr. Applegate. I didn't catch it.
I said nothing at this time, Vice Chair Johnson.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
So Gabby is back working for Fountain. Does that mean, is Jordan no longer with the city?
Nope, Jordan is still here as well.
Okay.
With the approval of the 2021 budget, City Council did make a recommendation to hire an additional staff person for the planning department, as we're going to be anticipating a significant amount of growth within the city. So in order to handle that caseload, we needed an additional staff member.
Okay, well, welcome back, Gabby. Good to have you back. And with that, I don't really have anything else. So the time is now 6:15 p.m. and this meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.